Yesterday, the DSS not only arrested the NLC president, Joe Ajaero, they also went as far as occupying Serap's office. If you don't know who Serap is an NGO that monitors the government activities and then holds government to accountable for their actions. So why DSS is also terrorizing Serap is mind-boggling and mind-blowing to me. Before we delve right into the details of today's news, if this is your first time here, please subscribe. The DSS has come out to speak up and say that there's a misunderstanding here and the story out there is inaccurate and misleading. So let us hear from them. Serap had said the officers were demanding to meet with the organization's director. The Department of State Services (DSS) has described allegations by the Socio-Economic Rights and Accountability Project (Serap) that its officers had taken control of its Abuja and Lagos offices as inaccurate and misleading. A statement by the department on Tuesday said it became necessary to clear the air as it had been inundated with multiple inquiries on the matter. It said this narrative is inaccurate and misleading in its intent. For the record, a team of 2 unarmed service operatives were lawfully detailed on routine investigation to Serap office in Abuja, which has sadly been screwed and misinterpreted as unlawful harassment and intimidation of Serap officials. The service further wishes to state that such official inquiries and liaison are traditional and do not in any way amount to illegal raid, while it assured of an in-depth investigation of the allegation. It sued its citizens' participation in national security management. The DSS therefore urges the public to disregard these false narratives as it reinstates its commitment to utmost professionalism in the discharge of its core mandate, he said. Serap, in a statement on his X handle on Monday, described the action as unlawful occupation. Serap said the officers were demanding to meet the organization's directors. It called on President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to direct the DSS to end the harassment, intimidation, and attack on the rights of Nigerians. The statement reads, and I quote, "Officers from Nigerian State Security Service (SSS) are presently unlawfully occupying Serap's office in Abuja, asking to see our directors. President Tinubu must immediately direct the DSS to end the harassment, intimidation, and attack on the rights of Nigerians." Serap said that the invasion of its office followed its call on President Tinubu and his government to direct the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited (NNPCL) to immediately reverse the apparently illegal and unconstitutional increase in the pump price of petrol and ensure the prompt and thorough investigation of alleged corruption and mismanagement in the NNPC. In a statement signed by Serap's Deputy Director Kolawole Oluwadare, the organization said, "We condemn the invasion of our Abuja office today by Nigeria's Department of State Services (DSS). The Tinubu administration must immediately direct the DSS to end the intimidation and harassment of Serap and our staff members." It quoted human rights lawyer and senior advocate of Nigeria, Femi Falana, to have said, "We condemn the invasion of Serap's office." The Tinubu government must urgently fish out the officers who carried out the invasion of Serap's office in the name of a government. Anyone found to be responsible for the invasion must be prosecuted. The government must allow human rights defenders to freely carry out their work consistent with the Nigerian Constitution. Serap's statement read in part: the invasion of Serap's office by the DSS and the harassment and intimidation of our staff members is a brutal assault on the entire human rights community in the country. The escalating crackdown on human rights and harassment and intimidation of NGOs and human rights defenders that have shown astonishing courage in their human rights work ought those most in need, undermine access of Nigerian victims of human rights violations and abuses to justice, and contribute to a culture of impunity of perpetrators. This government has an obligation to support and protect civil society groups and human rights defenders. We are seriously concerned about the growing restrictions on civil space and brutal crackdown on the human rights of Nigerians. President Tinubu must urgently instruct appropriate authorities to promptly and thoroughly investigate the invasion of our offices and to bring to justice those involved. I've said this several times and it's not new. If you're subscribed to this channel and you've been following that, this government has the characteristics of the Abacha regime, the military regime. It's like they are going out against or they are arresting anyone that do not agree with their policy. Mind you, Serap is not a new NGO. It's not a new organization. Serap has been in existence for a while, a long while, in fact. Goodluck regime, Buhari regime, Yar'Adua's regime. They have been there all along. And what they do is they fight for human rights. If they see that the government is not doing what is right, they hold the government accountable. They have cases in the court of law where they say government must, declare their account. Government must do this just for transparency and accountability's sake. So tell me why the government of Tinubu is going after Serap, asking to see their directors. Tell me why. And DSS, on the other hand, is trying to cover it up and lie, saying that they only sent two of the officers who are not even wearing uniform. So why are you asking for their directors? To what? To arrest the directors? So what has Serap done this time around? Okay, let's just say, Joe Ajaero wanted to flee out of the country. So what did Serap do? Serap has only held the government accountable. So what is the offense there? Tell me. You all, let me know what you think in the comment section. This is where I'm going to draw the curtain for now. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already done that. I will see you in my next video.